Hello. Hi. My name is Victoria Medina, and I am the founder of Image Power Formula. And I have been coming on live to talk about a variety of different topics with being on camera. But the one thing I want to ask you today is everyone is going live for their business, mostly for their business, for their brands. And I'm wondering, why not you? Now, there could be two reasons. One, of course, you really don't have to for your business, and that is absolutely awesome. The second is, well, maybe perhaps you're focusing much more on audio and you're doing podcasting and you're going live that way. And that's actually brilliant. And the third is, well, perhaps you're not quite sure how to be on camera. And that's where I come in. And it's interesting because I have been working with a number of podcasters as well who have shared with me how they really also are looking at using both audio and video for their podcast. So let me tell you a little bit about myself today. My name is Victoria Medina. I am the founder of Image Power Formula, and it is a interesting strategies and tips that I have developed over my career with working with clients. I am a New York City professional videographer, photographer. I've also had the joy of producing an off-Broadway production. And the reason why I bring this up is because I have been behind the camera. And I got very nervous about being in front of the camera. I was so nervous, and I still get nervous, and everybody gets nervous. But I've come to really understand how comfortable it can be if you're focusing on a number of things. And how this about for me is to give you an idea of what my story is. I have, you go out with family and friends and you're having an absolutely fantastic time where you are basically, you're spending time with family and friends, you're having dinner, you're having a really, really great time. And then you have that moment where you're going to start to, you're reminiscing. Maybe you haven't seen each other for a while, and you start to reminisce, and you start telling stories, and the videos come out, and the photos come out, and you're all talking to each other. And the question starts to come up. And let me ask you if this has happened to you, because it happened to me a lot. Victoria, where are you? Victoria, aren't you there? Victoria, I thought you were joining us. And then, of course, the answer would come back, well, yes, I was behind the camera taking the photos. And why do I bring that up? So I was behind the camera taking the video. Why do I bring that up? Well, because one thing that I did was I robbed myself of being on camera and capturing those wonderful memories that only happens once in your life. And so it really doesn't matter how you think you look or don't look, or who you compare yourself to or don't compare yourself to. What really matters is making sure you're not so afraid of being on camera that you don't have the opportunity to capture those memories. That's the first thing. The second thing is, you don't want to be so nervous about being on camera that you really don't communicate your particular message, your particular service. You aren't connecting to the audience that you want to connect to. And that's really not fortunate either, because you're robbing yourself. You're making what you look like and how you feel and what you don't have more important than communicating your message. Now, I'm going to be very clear about this too, that you want to look good on camera. Absolutely. And there are certain skills and techniques that you want to develop. But the first thing is take out, the iPhone, the Android, whatever smartphone you have. It was ingenious when it was decided to put the camera in the smartphone. Why? Well, it was convenient, number one, but also because the wonderful geniuses who created this recognize that film, video is actually, as it is like a phone, it's another form of communication. That's why you could speak to each other on FaceTime. You could speak, and you don't, and if you're speaking on FaceTime, think about if you're using FaceTime. You're not thinking about how you look. The only difference is you know it's not recorded and you don't have to look at it again. And that might give you much clearer motivation. But you are technically on camera. So if you could be on camera for FaceTime, you could be on camera to go live. And again, I would say when you're dealing with your brand, you want to look your best. But in the beginning, just take it out and practice. Just play. Just see what happens. And play with different angles and different lighting and different options and see how that works for you. Look at other videos and don't compare how you look. Look at other videos and still images and see what ideas will come and say, oh, this would work for me. Oh, I like that. Let me try that. And try it on your own. You don't have to show this to anyone, which is fantastic. And then once you start, and it's like practicing, you're going to get perfect, right? No one gets perfect, but practicing helps you to feel better and to get better. So that's what I want to leave you with today. Make sure you practice because you want to be able to go live at some point for a number of reasons, to share your brand, to meet clients, to meet other people that are you want to get your message out, and who do you want to connect to? And the only way to do that, and you have, I mean, it's a global audience. So there are people who are really going to be excited to meet you. I had a wonderful compliment. I was giving a mastermind last week, and a woman came in, and she was from a whole nother part of the world. So at the time that I was at, which was, I think it was about, we were at 7 o'clock. By the time we were done, it was 8:30. It was 2:30 in the morning for her. And she was so happy with the work that we did together and for her being a part of it. And that would not have happened if I didn't put myself out there and share what I had. So think about that. Think about who you're giving to. What are the messages and techniques that you want to share? And the only thing that's stopping you is being nervous or being concerned about something that no one else is going to judge you on but you. And those who do judge you, you got to let them go because they're really not judging you, really. They're actually talking a lot more about themselves. So I would not worry about them. I would focus on where you're going and your message. And just as they say, take the best and leave the best, then leave the rest. So thank you for joining me. My name is Victoria Medina. I am the founder of Image Power Formula. If you want to join any of my masterclasses, please sign up at imagepowerformula.com or at imagepowerformula/masterclass. If you have any questions about being on camera, anything that you feel you would like some help with, feel free to email me at imagepowerformula@gmail.com. So thank you for being here today. And I'm having fun. And that's the one thing that I would say, have fun. Just have fun. You never know who you're going to reach. You never know who you're going to touch. And you never know who you're going to create that wonderful next relationship. So as I say all the time, capture the spirit of life with passion. Thank you so much for being here. Bye bye.